Okay, so now gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe ṣàlàyé fún wa ní class tó kọjá wípé tá bá ti fẹ́ máàkì point èyí tí a ti fẹ́ buy, a máa lo previous high, la máa mark. Tá bá wo nǹkan tá mark ń bí báyìí nsìn, àti bí yìí ni low ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, ibi ni market ti ṣe higher high, so a dẹ̀ mark àwọn bí tó jẹ́ previous high. Previous high yìí ó jẹ́ bí ẹnu point mẹ́ta. Mo like bá ṣe connect mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta papọ̀ tá fi fà lọ síwájú, price wá sílẹ̀ díẹ̀ kó tó di pé ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní push lọ sókè. Yes, this is correct. But kò play out well bí a ṣe expect.
Okay.
Kò play out well bá ṣe expect, ṣùgbọ́n in terms of identifying that previous higher low, ó correct. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Alright, eléyìí náà ó correct. This is the previous high. Price ti push lọ sókè. Now ibi báyìí nsìn ó yẹ kí level yìí kó sì lọ síwájú díẹ̀ sí. Ṣé rí push tó wà ní ibi, push yìí tó lọ sókè yìí, one big impulse move ni.
Okay.
So tó bá yẹ kó bóyá high yìí la fẹ́ lò, previous one yìí àbí eléyìí, though wọ́n sì jọ múra wọn. Tá bá ní pé ká wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí irú ti kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ bí báyìí nsìn, point yẹn sì jọ múra wọn. So kò yẹ kí a stop ká kàn gbé level yẹn síbi, ó yẹ kó sì sún síwájú níbí.
Okay.
Tá bá sún síwájú ní báyìí, ibi tí market ti padà wá retrace síbẹ̀, ibi tá ti ní bearish candlestick tó ní shadow ní ìsàlẹ̀ yìí, tó ní lower shadow tí market fi push lọ sókè yìí, bí báyìí ni market ti wá retest tó fi retracement tó fi padà wá síbẹ̀. So correction eléyìí ni wípé eléyìí ó yẹ kó lọ síwájú díẹ̀ sí.
Yes.
Get báyìí, àti pé kó tún kéré sí díẹ̀ sí, ó ti tóbi jù, ó ti fẹ̀ jù báyìí. Irú alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tá ṣe yìí nsìn, size yìí wà okay. Irú eléyìí báyìí ó ti fẹ̀ jù, ó ti tóbi jù. Get a ṣì máa get reason tí mo sọ pé ó ti tóbi jù, bó jẹ́ ká ṣì máa bá lọ. So correction lè ní pé ká fà lọ síwájú díẹ̀ sí. Ibi tá identify yẹn correct, ṣùgbọ́n kó lọ síwájú sí. Okay, so now eléyìí náà bí báyìí náà ń sìn. Okay, bàbá yìí pé previous high yìí lè price push lọ ìsàlẹ̀, ó push lọ sókè, retracement. Yes, I expect pé bí price máa continue láti push lọ síbi, ṣùgbọ́n ó wá sísàlẹ̀. Àárín ìsàlẹ̀ yẹn ó ṣeré díẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ before kó di pé price push lọ sókè. Yes, level yìí náà correct. Tá mark, tá identify, level yìí náà correct. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan tí mo tún fẹ́ ká tún máa ṣe ni wípé ẹ jẹ́ ká rí wípé a lo ibi tí market ẹ̀ tó clear dáadáa. Irú eléyìí báyìí ó máa confuse wa. Irú market eléyìí báyìí ó ń range ni. Ẹ pàtó sọ nípa ranging market structure. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ jẹ́ ká lo chart tó ẹ parí pé àyè lè ó clear. Ìmí tẹ́ bá mark, ó possible kí market máa retrace padà síbẹ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n kókó nǹkan tá fẹ́ fà jáde òun ni wípé ká lè rí wípé okay, ẹ lè identify nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe lóòótọ́ ẹ get ẹ̀ ń bì. Ṣùgbọ́n mo kàn tún sọ fún wa tó ipa jẹ́ beginner, irú nǹkan báyìí ó lè confuse wa. Ká wò pé kíni máa tún ti ń sell, ó tún padà lọ sókè, ó tún dà kó fẹ́ máa sell. So a fẹ́ lo èyí tí market ẹ̀ tó bullish dáadáa. Yes, this one too is correct. This is previous high. Every price bó ṣe create this impulsive move, a máa kiri eléyìí ń bì, a wá fà lọ síwájú. Irú nǹkan tí ó yẹ ká ṣe nínú yìí tí mo ní pé ká fà lọ síwájú dáadáa lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn òun lélẹ̀. So irú eléyìí báyìí náà sẹ́gbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ fà lọ síwájú dáadáa. Ìgbà tí price ṣe kíni tó retrace padà wá, èèyàn máa ti take a trade pẹ̀lú this bullish hammer. Yìí èèyàn á ti take a trade. Ó ti push lọ síwájú díẹ̀, bí ó lè padà fún wa ní kò lè fún wa ní, máa fún wa ní break even, because ó máa padà wá bá wa ní point ìta ti wọlé tó yẹ ti move dé òkè yìí, ó ti wọ 1-to-1 nǹkan tá à ń risk, so a máa ti fẹ́ break even trade wa, ṣùgbọ́n market padà wá síbẹ̀. Since tó pọ̀ ṣe padà sí point yẹn, ó sì ń jẹ́ ká mọ̀ wípé báyìí sì valid ní point yìí. So the candlestick bullish engulfing, another one today bullish engulfing, another candle today bullish engulfing. In case why pé yàn tẹ̀ miss gbogbo 1-2 yìí, èèyàn máa take entry ní this third one and after that ẹ rí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ market push lọ sókè bó ṣe push lọ sókè this is the high ta identify I extend lọ síwájú price push lọ ṣùgbọ́n rúbí báyìí price ò wá rí test ẹ̀ a lè rí trading opportunity ń bí because a fẹ́ kí price kó padà wá sí orí point yẹn kó tó di pé a sọ wípé okay a fẹ́ take a buy trade ṣùgbọ́n price ò padà wá síbẹ̀ so eléyìí báyìí a lè rí entry unless tó bá yẹ pé a kàn fẹ́ rúnra wa wọlé which is not right. So if we are doing the right thing market yìí a lè take entry in bí ó kàn push lọ sókè ni so move yìí máa dùn wá pé ó push lọ sókè kò retest kò retrace padà sí point tí a ti fẹ́ take a buy trade so this is okay to break retest price dey continue láti push lọ sókè kíní ìtagbé síbẹ̀ yìí though well a lè má tí mọ̀ ọ́ lò dáadáa but levels tá yà is correct okay dàpọ̀ náà lélẹ̀ náà so ẹ̀rí bíbá yìí nsìn tó yẹ push price padà wá síbẹ̀ àti bíbá yìí gan ló ti fún wa ní candlestick ẹ̀rí candlestick nísàlẹ̀ bíbá yìí tweezer bottom funniest part ni pé mọ̀ pé nígbà tá à ń ṣe àwọn candlestick tweezer bottom yìí à ń wá àárí òun làwa ń rí dáadáa bíbá yìí nsìn this is the tweezer bottom so a rí tweezer bottom báyìí sí tó sọ fún wa pé okay àwọn buyers wà ní market and we place a buy trade stop loss wa below the market ṣe push in that direction okay that is all so that's a good one so eléyìí from Mr. okay like Mr. Mumin lele so now ẹ̀rí bí wọ́n ṣe identify kí ni pé this is high this is an higher low price lọ sókè ó ṣe higher high and then kí ni wọ́n ṣe wọ́n mark this previous high and extend it all the way forward price bí báyìí ṣe bullish engulfing yes ibi tí wọ́n gbé kí wọ́n sì yín sí is correct stop loss is correct here I expect kí market kó push lọ sókè but ó kàn push díẹ̀ ó dẹ̀ já wa wá sísàlẹ̀ padà this would have been a loss trade but then bẹ́ẹ̀ àṣẹ wàá wò we still patiently wait price push lọ sókè ó wọnú padà bearish wá and these two formation here this is the spiny candle the Aramic candlestick spiny ló wà láàrin bí but the combination pẹ̀lú this previous bearish here this is the bullish Aramic so èèyàn take a loss trade níbí and we enter here again profit would have recovered the loss tó wà níbí and now but the market wá push this is another new high so the new previous high you see now is this point so náà ni wọ́n mark yìí nsìn so nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ni pé patiently wait for price to retrace its way back to this point to see if we can get any buying opportunity ṣe reason tá a fi mark àwọn point yìí ó ń jẹ́ ká lè mọ ibi tí a fẹ́ dúró sí láti lè take a decision kò kàn ṣe wípé bóyá a kàn máa rí bullish engulfing anywhere àbá kàn máa rí any of those types of candlestick any point a kàn máa sáré fi wọ́n take a trade even tá a bá rí bullish engulfing tó ti wà ní higher high a máa mọ̀ pé no kò ń ṣe ibi tí mo ti fẹ́ take a trade lélẹ̀ mo fẹ́ kó ṣì retrace lọ sí sálẹ̀ tó bá wá dé point yẹn láṣẹ máa wá fún ní more recognition lórí nǹkan tí a fẹ́ decision tí a fẹ́ take nínú market tí price ò bá fi lè dé point tí a fẹ́ ẹ wulẹ̀ fi market yẹn lẹ̀ kó wulẹ̀ máa ṣe nǹkan tó bá wùn ṣóyè wà báyẹn so these are the two people that sent in their assignment ẹ kí wọ́n tó ti join class why are we okay Mr. GK mi rí assignment yín o ṣé why tá a assignment yín.
Olùkọ́ Tómi Akálẹ̀.
Yes sir, Akálẹ̀ sir.
Yes, Akoshe.
Yes sir.
So, my send then next week. I wasn't in the right state of mind to do the assignment.
Oh, okay, all right, no problem.
So, my send this in next week.
All right, no problem. So, you can make sure pé a ṣe assignment yẹn because àwọn topics wa kó má fún yẹn kó bí a ká assignment kó máa pile up. She understands. So when we have at our own leisure time, so let's do it and we'll be on the same page. Okay, so now let's move. Okay, before we move, recap. This is okay. Good chat lalo in the previous class here. Let's try to. Okay, let's use this good chat before we move at all. Mo rí nǹkan kan ló yẹ kí n fẹ́ made mention of. Tá bá wo point yìí, let me delete this. Tá bá wo this point here, ẹ máa rí pé this is a previous high. Tí price fi ṣe kíni tó fi drop down wá sísàlẹ̀ before we have this long impulsive move to the upside. Kó tó di pé a ní this long impulsive move to the upside. So kí ni nǹkan tá à ń ṣe? We are just patiently waiting kí price kó retest padà wá sí point yìí, and it came back here. So tí price ṣe padà wá sí bí, this is where we would have looked to take a buy trade. Ẹ jẹ́ àwọn nǹkan tó ti máa prompt decision wà báyẹn. We have pin bar. So ibi tá ti fẹ́ fún àwọn candlestick yẹn ní more recognition nìyẹn. Tí wọ́n bá wà ní àárín tí wọ́n ti dé point of interest wa, we are less concerned. But once tó bá ti lè dé point of interest, that is our decision making zone, we want to give them more recognition. So we have a pin bar here, stop loss below. This market had moved 1.136. This one here had to trail a little profit before the market reversed back down. But if we are on this market, we would have taken this trade because I reason to take. We are not just trading it blindly. Okay, our price push up, it came back to retest a previous high. So that is why we take a buy trade. So now let's move. Let's use other markets. Let's look at Euro USD. So Euro USD on the 1 hour time frame here now. Now this is a level here. So traders are just patiently waiting. Okay, no, this is where we have used. No, like zoom out. So this is where we would have used. In fact, price is at a key decision making zone. Lati loye, bó ṣe push lọ sókè, and then from here what happened? Price dropped down, and then what happened? We push up to make this one a high. This is now what? A higher low. This one here now is what? A higher high. So we've waited for price to pull its way back to this region, and it pulled back to this region. Ibi bẹ̀ la ṣe tí wọ́n fẹ́ fà tẹ́tí sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. Okay, let's us look at it. Can we have a candlestick that is going to serve as a cue to trigger that buy decision? Now we don't have it yet. Candlestick is currently forming, so we don't have that yet. This current candlestick will close in the next 40 minutes. So àti lè sọ ọkọ tí candlestick yìí máa fi close, but price ti wà ní decision making zone wa ta fẹ́ pay attention sí to take a buy opportunity. So if we should have a candle confirmation here, we should look to take a buy trade, and targeting sọ fún wa pé as beginner we want to target ×2, or a lè máa target that recent high ibi tí price ti ń bọ̀. So we can look to because we are actually expecting higher high. So a good ID point should be that recent high to lead this retracement. So ibẹ̀ la fẹ́ lò as our point of taking out profits. So tabade will reach to the word tó wà níbẹ̀ yẹn, we have 3. So irú àwọn ilé ló ti máa ń fún wa lẹ́pà máa ti fi ní ratio 3 or ratio 4, sometimes ratio 5, depending on the structure of that market. So you are buying. So this one is like a current market. We will look at how this one will play out probably next week. I will try not to delete this, just to keep this here to see if when you marry prompt in B, to take a decision, and if we are taking a decision here to now see what the outcome of that trade is it going to be a profit or is going to go the other way around? Show you what. So that is that. So let's look at some.
Mr. Tommy,
Yes, sir.
ẹ máa ti kó lórí euro USD yẹn.
All right.
Ẹ bá wa zoom kíní yẹn díẹ̀. That red form candle tó form alaye go. Èèyàn lè fi yẹn enter ni.
Now, reason tí a lè fi ele enter immediately
Bẹ́ẹ̀.
is because it's just one candlestick tó kàn ṣe tap sórí level yẹn àti mọ̀ bóyá is going to really strong or not. Actually it's a
Okay.
pin bar. Tẹ́pá lè fi take a buy decision, but tẹ́ bá wo first market yẹn fi ń bọ̀ rí pé àwọn sellers yẹn strong gan, so a kàn fẹ́ sáré because of just one candlestick, unless candle bóyá bí bullish engulfing ló wà ń bí ó strong dáadáa, but tí kò lè tó wá jẹ́ bí pin bar ẹyọ kan péré, but nǹkan tó kàn ti fi fún wa ni wípé we've gotten information pé okay buyers are here because of this shadow. Okay, buyers are here. We now wait again, like okay, let's see, let me see more reaction on this zone. If this one now should now close as another pin bar formation, eléyìí tí wá ó ti jẹ́ bí additional confluence fún reason tàbí fi wá pick a buy trade. So because this one is just one candlestick, I'm like okay, let me wait more. I gbọ́dọ̀ mọ to exercise a lot of patience. So tell about close buy now. Currently, if you close it this way, this is another pin bar. Combination of these two together, that is the Aramic candlestick. So we don't need to hesitate if we should shoot or not. We already have our confirmation. We are not taking trade randomly. We have reason. Even about stop loss, I'm like, okay, this is the reason why I took this trade. Price retrace back to a previous high. First we have this first rejection and we wait for us to get more confirmation before we actually jump on that trade, and we get that, place our trade. Once I want to place a trade in here, we don't have power on the outcome of that trade. Our account ti ṣe due diligence wa to do our own technical analysis. At my okay, with this, the chances of this happening is high. That is the reason why we have to exercise a lot of patience. We want to make sure that we see some factors in play before we take that decision. Okay, I know that the chances of this happening is high. Even if sometimes trading early but negative, but at least we know that time tí mo fẹ́ wọnú market kò kàn ṣe one random point ni mo ti fẹ́ take decision mi. Ṣó yé báyìí sá? Okay.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ẹ ṣe ó yé.
Okay. Mo fẹ́ sọ pé bóyá ká bọ́ sí bearish ní tẹ́lẹ̀, but I want us to look at this bullish more. Tó bá ti di next week, a máa bọ́ sí bearish. Let's look at more examples on bullish so that fún our that teacher assignment we will be able to understand it properly, because some people know joining class in last class. So if we talked about it once more, because the nǹkan important is to getting it right, not just like we taking on to another topic. We need to make sure that we actually get it right. Let's look at USD card. Okay, I think this one is bearish. No, we want a bullish market. Okay, let's look at GBP. Let me look at the 4 hour. Okay. Oh. This is good. Now, tẹ́ bá wo nǹkan tó wà níbí báyìí nsìn, this thing has been marked here for a very long time. Very long time. So this level here is more of like a price in range. We've talked about the ranging market structure. Price in range, even while it's ranging, though there are room for buyers and sellers to take opportunity, but here we now have a decisive break to a particular direction, which is to the upside. So pushing to the upside, price ó ti ṣe kíni, ó ti fún wa wípé this is bullish structure. So we now want to place a buy trade. We know that if you are taking any buy at this region, ó léwu. The best point to take this trade is to use the previous high. This is the previous high right here, this one, and they were in line with all of this other level, which makes it more concrete. So what we just want to do is that we are now patiently, you see, patience here, we need to overemphasize that. Patience is very, very important. Very, very important. Think about, wow, this is 4-hour chart. How long will it take for it to get here? Only to 1 day, only to 2 days. Then it means that you just have to wait that much before you take trade on GBP card. Alilowo, another market, Kamari opportunity in Bell. This one, you want to wait for price to come back to this zone. And you're interested in selling. In as small okay, price is drop, then that is a selling opportunity. You don't want to look at that. Agbodo ní àmójú kúrò. Ká má jẹ́ kí everything kó máa look enticing to us, like I can take this one, I can take this, while before the market will do this, let me quickly do that. No, it is wrong. It is wrong. You only want to trade in the direction of that trend. High, higher low, higher high, then just patiently wait for price to come back to this point. JJL. With this one, you will be more relaxed. This one, the probability of market to push up to this to the upside, the probability here is high. The probability here is high, rather than move sell, because there are times that even when we are expecting it to push back to this point, or the market to push down, see point here, and price can continue from where it is currently. Push loss, okay. That is the reason why you don't want to take the sell that is coming. You just patiently wait. Okay, better still, we can set an alert. I don't know if it's our class Timothy made mention. If you want to set an alert so that I miss out when price gets to this point, you see this my tools here. So you bring this cursor down to BTF set alert, you see. Then you can right click on your mouse or on your laptop, just right click, and then you see add alerts. Add alert. Just place this add alert and then press create. Ó ti add that every line kan ti wà níbí báyẹn. Once the market retraces back down to this point, ó máa fún wa ní notification on our phone. That is what I gbọ́dọ̀ ní trading view náà lórí phone wa. And also we want to make sure that email tá fi sign in sí orí our PC òun náà ló wà ní orí phone wa. Tó bá ti lè wà lórí phone wa náà, once price get to this point, a máa rí notification lórí phone wa, just as if tí message bá wọlé, bóyá maybe we have a WhatsApp notification. Same thing náà, a máa rí trading view notification, okay o, GBP card crossing so. I'm gonna pay attention, okay, price débi tí mo fẹ́. Now let me look at the candlesticks before I now take my decision. So when price now come here, if we have candlestick confirmation, you want to enter your trade. And I said that the best point to use is to use the recent high, EBT market, the recent high here as your take profit level. Now when you get 1 to 2, you can work out, which is very, very fine. But in extension, you want to use the recent high EBT market in bulk, because we actually do believe that the market should give us what, a new higher high. So beta 30 the kọ́kọ́ rí any form of congestion is this point to lay that price padà if we fail to have a new higher high. So òun bẹ̀ la fẹ́ wá ṣe kí n la fẹ́ fi take profit wá sí. This way we will be having a bigger risk to reward ratio. Now ẹ rí pé 4 ni compared to bóyá à ń jáde ní 2. Tabajade need to fine. I liberate from that though. You understand? I'm just trying to open our eyes too. I liberate from here. Once we have two, you can just choose to work out on that trade and wait for another opportunity. But in extension, this is the ideal way. You want to put your take profit at the nearest high. This is the new high. So this one here ought to increase the profit margin by another 2. So taban risky 100, you are looking to get 400. If you are risking 10, you are looking to get 40. If you are risking 1,000, you are looking to get 4,000. So this way now, I can imagine, okay, we took this trade, it plays out, and we make times 4. Maybe our next 2 trades, tower take over losses, we will still have 2 left, because the previous trade that take, we hold on to that trade enough to give us times 4 or maybe times 3. That will be okay, times 3, it's too. I don't want to be greedy. Let me work out here. All right. So that is GBP card. So we can also monitor this on our charts. So let's look at another pair. I'm looking for bullish.
Mr. Tony.
Yes, sir.
Ẹ má ti lọ.
Okay, ẹ já padà síbẹ̀.
Ṣé mo lè share screen mi? Is it allowed?
Let me check. Share. Let's see.
Can you stop sharing?
Okay, we have to stop sharing, right?
Yes. Ẹ má bínú, ẹ jọ̀ọ́.
No problem at all.
Mr. Abiodun, ẹ má bínú.
Okay.
Torí reason tí mo fi ní mo fẹ́ share ni pé.
No problem, sir.
Alright, sir, mo ń wo chart yín yẹn, it's quite different from mine, and mo ń wo bí pé ibo lẹ ti lọ mú chart yín.
Okay.
There's something I'm not getting.
Okay, I think this one is on the 4 hours chart. Okay, yeah, share tọ̀dọ̀ tí yín báyẹn.
Èmi náà ti gbé lọ sí 4 hours chart.
Okay.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, mo ń bọ̀, mo ń wo mo ṣe fẹ́ share.
All right.
Ẹ máa sọ wọ́n di admin ni before tó lè share o.
Kí ló ń sọ?
Okay, ṣé wọn lè share báyẹn ni?
Ọ lè share bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ máa sọ wọ́n di admin
Ẹ jẹ́
before
kí
tó
n
lè
wo
share.
share their
Okay.
screen. Okay. Share their let's contribute. Okay. Ó yẹ kẹ́ lè share screen yẹn báyìí.
Alright, so settings. Okay.
This is the icon here. Icon yẹn lélẹ̀ mi báyìí. Ẹ máa rí bí present now.
Mo ń bọ̀, ẹ fi hàn mí. Mo ń bọ̀.
Òun ni bí cursor mi wà yìí.
Níbo ni cursor yín wà, mi ò rí jàre, ẹ má bínú.
Ṣé rí cursor mi tó move báyìí?
Mo ń bọ̀ rárá.
Ẹ rí cursor mi àtọ̀.
Ẹ
Okay,
wo
it's because
ìtọ́ gbọ́wọ́ sókè yẹn.
Okay,
Ìtọ́ gbọ́wọ́ sókè yẹn.
it's because I have stopped sharing. Òun lè
Ẹ na-
ṣe.
Ẹ ti stop bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Okay.
Mr. GK, ibi tí ọwọ́ wà lókè yẹn, ẹgbẹ́
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
yẹn before ọwọ́ yẹn ò ní kẹtẹ. Aago tó lọ
Okay,
lókè yẹn.
okay, ẹ ṣé, mo ti rí.
Okay, good. Window, entire screen.
Ṣé ẹ ti ń rí mi?
No,
Not at all.
no.
Entire screen.
So yeah, bí a window lè fẹ́ ṣe entire screen. Ẹ máa click share.
Tẹ bá ti click lórí entire screen.
Mo gbé tí ò lọ.
Mo ti gbé setting yẹn sí so that ẹ máa lè share. This is it. Share their screen, send reaction. Okay, mo gbọ́dọ̀ Mr. Abiodun, ẹ̀yin try bí pé fẹ́ share screen yín ná.
Okay.
Ẹ̀yin try bí pé
Wọ́n
fẹ́
á pè
share
yẹn
screen.
fẹ́ lo entire screen. Window. Mo ń click share bọ̀ kò lọ.
Okay, ó dà pé mo ti ń ṣe.
ya ó ti ṣe mo lè rí screen yín báyẹn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ẹ ṣe.
Ẹ click
Ṣe rí
button
screen yín báyìí?
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
yes.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
Ẹ rí i pé 4 hours lèmi náà wà.
Okay, yes.
Mi ò mọ compare to titi yẹn, ẹ rí i pé ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn.
Now kó yàtọ̀.
Okay.
Reason is that bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe click yẹn ó zoom in chart yín ẹ compress ẹ kó kéré. Yes. Ẹ compress ẹ sí ẹ so ẹ fà wá sálẹ̀ ẹ ti wá rí báyìí sìn. So ẹ ti rí level yẹn.
ọ̀dẹ̀ jẹ́ kí ni a tó wà nísàlẹ̀ ọwọ́ sí ẹ.
Exactly. Ẹ ti rí level yẹn báyìí sìn.
Okay.
Ẹ
So ó bẹ́tà kí n máa fílẹ̀ báyìí.
So ṣé tẹ bá ti lè open chat yín ó máa automatically ó máa big ó máa tóbi.
Okay.
Ṣó yẹ yín báyẹn ó máa tóbi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So nǹkan tẹ́yìn fẹ́ ṣe ni wípé ẹ fẹ́ try láti compress it to actually see the overall view of what is happening within that time frame. Ẹ rí pé ìgbà tẹ compress ẹ̀ sìn ẹ lè rí dáadáa pé kò sí yàtọ̀ níbẹ̀. So that's the point. Yes, ibẹ̀ gan lẹ́gbẹ́ kọ́ sọ yín sí yẹn.
Okay. Okay, all right. Ẹ ṣe kan, mo dúpẹ́.
Okay, ó dàbí mo ti mo like bá ṣe tún share screen wa yìí tá bá ti ní àwọn difficulties kan from our own end fúnra wa we just be looking at that.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni
Okay, mo ti stop.
Okay, all right, so let's go back to our charts. Yeah, ẹ ti lè rí chart mi báyìí, right?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ti rí chart yẹn.
Ẹ ti rí
Then
báyìí sí.
that euro USD yẹn ṣe bí 1 hour chart ni.
Yes, 1 hour chart ní títí yẹn 1 hour chart ní títí yẹn.
All right.
Yeah. So tá bá ti lè identify level yìí àti mọ bí tá ti fẹ́ take a decision. Any other thing tí market bá ń ṣe within this point here we are not interested until it comes to this point bí tá ti wà interested lélẹ̀. Now what if price tó bá wá ṣe pé tá ṣe ń patiently wait níbí báyìí nsìn price wà wá síbẹ̀ and it just now start going up, it means that real opportunity in B. Nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe ni pé for it to have cleared this high we will now use this point here as the new point. Okay, since we forced to come back to this point, that's why lamaye sọ pé opportunity will always come in the market. We miss out on this one because price did not meet our criteria. Àti set the criteria lẹ̀ but price did not meet that, so price just go ahead to the upside. We will now want to wait to use this one for price to now retest this one and we are going to take another entry here. Re-entry here, then it's most likely we will get entry at this point. Kò ń ṣe pé bá tàbá ti pé bóyá kí ni màá ti ń buy, let me just jump in. You don't just jump in randomly unless you have any valid reason to have taken a trade at this point. Unless you have any valid reason to have taken a trade on that point. So tí kò bá wá sísàlẹ̀ ń bí, it means that invalidate this point. It means that point is not valid. The next valid point will be for price to go up, retest. You see, this retest is always necessary. Price will always retest, always. No matter how big that impulsive move might be, no matter how big, price will retrace. It will get to a point tó máa rẹ̀ and it's going to retrace. So the big question there now is that can we exercise enough patience for price to come back? Tá ní fẹ́ máa wò due to pé I don't want to miss out, let me jump in, let me just take the. If we are doing that, trust me, we are going to learn the hard way. A máa ti ní multiple losses before we realize what we are doing wrong. That is why it is very, very important to listen and do the right thing right from the onset. Yes, we are still going to be making some mistake, which is the reason why tashe fún wa ní assignment so that a máa lè tètè identify ẹ̀ fún wa and then call us to correction láti lè mọ̀ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe wrong. So always wait, always whenever you have a push always wait. There will always be an exhaustion in the market, always. Kí n wo bí tí market ti make one big push. Now ẹ wo bí báyìí nsìn. Look at this big push to the upside, and look at what happened. Exhaustion will usually come in, another push, exhaustion, push, exhaustion. So you already know, normal, this is how the market moves. That's just its patterns. It will moves in waves. So let me just wait. Let me wait. No matter how long, it might be 2 days, it might be 3 days. If you are a swing trader, you found you have to exercise a lot of patience. A máa ní sùúrù tó pọ̀. Tó yẹ pé a kì í ṣe day trader and scalpers. A ṣe máa sọ after we complete this how to enter trade now. A máa wá sọ bá ṣe máa combine these time frames. Bá ṣe how we combine them together. A máa wá ṣàlàyé fún wa. But a ní láti kọ́kọ́ understand first hand this one before we proceed to that one. Òun náà ní next thing after we've clear this bullish and bearish structure bá ṣe enter trade. Okay, so we have about 15 minutes left. Any question while waiting for that? Let me just see if we can have another market that is bullish. No, I think this FDPY is bearish. GBPAUD. Okay, let's look at this one now. Everybody knows she make a strong push lọ sókè. Òwe Yorùbá ni lálá tó rókè ilẹ̀ ló ń bọ̀. It will come down. Now tá bá fẹ́ mark and see, if you look at this point here, this is high, price drop for exhaustion. We push up again, exhaustion, and then we have a very long push. Price will retrace back down. So after shaking, we want to just mark that point. So a kò mọ̀ pé ọmọ àmà ní láti ní sùúrù for price to come this far. Okay, we just have to exercise a lot of patience for price to find its way back to this point, and then we will look to take a buy trade. When taking that buy trade, tabafili get a confirmation from this point. Your stop loss below where you want to target is the high to jẹ́ kí price kó fi retrace padà. And look at it, ẹ̀rí bíbá yẹn sìn ratio 5, yìí ta lò lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn is ratio 4. So you tend to have bigger risk to reward, but ìgbà míì wà as a beginner trader starting out, a lè má lè hold the trade you are this far. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tá bá yẹ kó tí ń fún wa ní 2, a yẹ kó tí ń retrace padà díẹ̀ mọ́ pé irọ́ jẹ́ kí n tètè jáde. It's still fine, nǹkan tá máa encounter ni, but we tend to conquer that along the way. So ìwé lè báyìí sí náà nǹkan tá à expect lélẹ̀, just drop back down, and then we'll look to trade in that trend, because this trend is bullish. You don't want to do anything against that. It is bullish. Ẹ wo bí báyìí náà sí náà ta ní that long impulse move. Look at this point, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, price be correct. Ibo ló wá respect this one here, ló ń wá respect this point. Okay, no, ìtọ́wọ́ mi wọ́ báyìí. Let me clear that. Ṣé rí báyìí, yẹn ló ń wá respect. Ṣé rí this òun ló wá respect. Price will retrace, and from here kí ni nǹkan tó fún wa ní candlestick? We have this rejection bar, a doji, a bullish engulfing candlestick. This is the candle confirmation, bullish engulfing candlestick. Everybody you are push, go to retrace, push, retrace, push, retrace, push, retrace, another push. We expect retracement will definitely come in the market. Price is not linear, talking about law on one straight line. So that is that question. So let's also practice more. Mr. Abiodun, in as much as the ṣe tó pọ̀, do more. Check it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ẹ ṣe sí dáadáa láti tún wò pé bí àwọn bí láti correct yín yẹn, ẹ lè tún lọ wo chart yẹn náà to redo it again. Pick another chart.
Okay, sir.
To redo it. So bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn la ṣe máa get ẹ̀ dáadáa.
Okay,
Any
sir.
question before we go?
No, for now.
Okay, Mr. GK, any questions, sir?
Actually, mi ò ní question, but it's just the zooming of the chart.
Charts, okay.
Yeah, that has been the major concern.
Okay.
That she zoom for me and see that go better a
O ti
little
wá
bit.
clear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that will be all for today. We are going to see next week. So let's do it to have a wonderful weekend. Good night, sirs.
Minister told me, am I too long?
Okay.
Sorry, apologies.
No problem.
Eja dance around to the time curfew Euro USD yen to see just what will happen to that.
Okay, that Euro USD now, we are just
Yeah.
waiting. Let's go back to that. Euro USD. Okay. So now let's bring that chart to 1 hour. So now, Tabawo candlestick to form here now. Candlestick yìí tó bá close buy. Tó bá close buy, you are not picking a buy trade. Because this week at the top ó ti ń gùn ju tó wà nísàlẹ̀ yìí lọ, and that is looking like the shooting star. Weeks tó wà lókè yìí ó ti ń gùn jù, but àti lè sọ we have 12 minutes left. But it's best now to take this trade now. It's not advisable to trade it. Reason is because the market will be closing soon, unless you want to swing that trade to the next week. Tó bá ṣe close it by it's still fine. Tó bá ṣe close it like this, it's still fine. Tàwa gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ a fẹ́ day trade, a fẹ́ scalp, kò lè sí more volume dáadáa nínú market mọ́ bá ṣe wà báyìí nsìn. Because normal the section is closed already. The New York section is closed, the London section is closed, and all section will be closing in the next 2 hours. Yes, all section will be closing. The first market will be closed. Today is Friday, so you can call okay, I will come and look at it very well on Sunday night tí market bá máa open padà, to see if I can have additional confirmation to now enter this trade. Because tá bá wọnú trade yìí nsìn, there will be less volume, kò lè sọ pé bí market máa sáré push lọ sókè, and to avoid paying swap, tá bá wọnú trade yìí nsìn ó ti di swing nìyẹn till the next day, which is the next week. Broker máa charge wa ní swap, and we are like, release much volume nínú market now, let me just wait and come back. Me as a person, I'm monitoring this chart. Let me show you my own chart gangan, so that you will know what I'm saying. This is my own chart. Ẹ rí pé èmi náà ní level yẹn. This is my own chart gangan. You can see here. But I'm not taking the trade. I will just be like, tí bá take ẹ̀ nsìn, I will want to pay swap. Then fílẹ̀ di ọjọ́ Sunday night, màá wo candlestick tó bá form ńbẹ̀ láti lè wá enter trade yẹn. You can see that I have that exact same point. So if I'm picking a buy trade at this very point, this is where my point is going to. My take profit first is this point here, and which that one is times 2.25. So I have Euro USD on my watch list as well. I have Euro USD on my watch list as well for push losoke. For push losoke. Ṣé nǹkan tá à ń expect lórí Euro USD ṣì ti yé wa báyìí sìn?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ẹ ṣe gan.
All right. Any other before we go? Any other? Is that all? No more question. Can we go now? Okay.
Ben, Mr. Ben.
All right, sir. All right, sir.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. No problem. So Good night, sirs. This means and the call for everyone.